Hello and welcome. My name is Angela Shakti Sparks with Heart Magic Healing, and I'm doing a video today on flowing with the energies of June 2026. Now, it is June 8th as I'm recording this. A little rough start to this month. Not rough, but just there was some things that presented in life and some shakeups, but I was still felt called today when I sat down to make this video and share it. So here we go. So I work with the Goddess Power Oracle deck is kind of my main one. I work with lots of different decks, but this is one of my ones that I usually use for the energies, like flowing with the energies of the month or the week. And so we'll see what comes through today. All right. Okay. So the first card that we have is Shakti, my middle name. So this card is about transformation. And what comes through with this, so she's got some rays of light shining out, and I'm almost sensing this, it's you're already shining, right? And so what's sticking out is like it's rays, but there's some spaces in between. So it's like our light is starting to shine out. If you're watching this video, you've probably been on the transformation journey for a while. You've probably done a lot of work. And so it's like I'm seeing it shining forth. Like you've done the work. We've done the work. I've definitely been doing the work, and I'm sure you have too. And so taking time to recognize that, honor all the transformation that has already happened in your life. Honor all the things that you have been through and alchemized. Honor and just wonder at how far you've come and all the wisdom you've gained from all the experiences that you've been through. So really taking time to honor and appreciate all the transformation that you have already gone through and accomplished. Okay. And as always, I invite you on these to see if there's any other messages that come through for you, if anything else stands out or anything sparks that, trusting that as well. All right. And the stillness. This one has actually come up a couple times in this year in different monthly readings. And what's coming through here is that place of divine neutrality is what I like to call it. But it's the place where or 0 point, right? You could think of the 0 point, the still point, the divine neutrality that you can return to whenever things start to feel like they're getting pulled um, into the chaos of the world, or if you catch yourself being in the thoughts, right? Getting caught up in overthinking things or just that busy mind that comes up, is remembering to return to the still point. And also what's coming through here is, so yeah, so we have Mercury retrograde coming up here. So there is going to be some things around the mind, and yeah, there's definitely, I'm sensing that thought energy. So remembering that as you come to, so Mercury retrogrades are a good time for reflecting, right? For coming in and to remembering versus just coming in and thinking about things with the thinking mind, is to come to the still point first so that you can come to that place of more of that inner deeper awareness and allow yourself to do the reflections and the thinking and the processing of your life and your thoughts from this place of stillness first and foremost. So remembering to come out of that busy thinking mind, that ego mind or the conscious mind, and really come into that deeper awareness. I'm already sensing something around heart also. Okay. Interesting. So this card has also been coming up a lot this year, the future. This is Scold. All right, so let's see what wants to come through right now with this one. Yeah, so as as we take the time to do reflecting this month, we're being invited to revisit our dreams, or maybe what you at the beginning of the year, the things you said that you wanted to create, moving forward, that you wanted to create for your future. I sense that we're being invited to reflect on this during the Mercury retrograde, or even before. It doesn't have to be during Mercury retrograde, but to this month reflect on the things you said you wanted, the dreams you said you had, and see if they still feel aligned in the way that you declared them back at the beginning of the year. And if there's anything that needs refining, or maybe you thought something was part of what you wanted to manifest and you're like, now actually no, it doesn't feel like that, because the energies are shifting so much right now, so rapidly. And again, part of that transformation that we're having is um, we've been clearing the layers, so it's starting to come deeper into our heart and deeper into our truth. And so revisiting the dreams and desires that you have declared, and see if it needs refining, see if there's any to be let go or shifted, or maybe you see it in a different way. So for example, um, sometimes we make goals and you're like, okay, I want a new car, and I want to have this, I want to be doing this kind of work. And we talk about these outer things. And one of the things that has shifted for me this year is that I have been really, my goals and my dreams have been more about the energy of what I want to create. It's like, okay, my goal, actually my goal, I set my goal for today. A lot of times my goal for the day right now is just being in an energy of either contentment or peace, or feeling like I'm resourced, and feel it like the energy of trust, that I can trust that I'm being supported. So it's been more lately about the energy I want, the feelings I want, versus a specific tangible external item. So, maybe see if that resonates. And then our next card is Gaia, and this is the earth. And uh, yeah, remembering that while we are spiritual beings, we are of the earth. And there's been a lot, I've been doing a lot of work this past several weeks around really coming into a different relationship with my body. And there's so much information out there in the world right now about, take this supplement, and this is how disease works, and this is how this works, and you've got to do supplements, you've got to do this. There's so many, coffee is good for you, coffee is bad for you, you need to eat fruit, you don't need to eat fruit. And so um what I'm getting with this card, and she's actually like holding her belly like she's pregnant with something, but it's, yeah, I'm sensing with this, right, it's about our relationship to our body, and knowing that our body is actually already functioning in its divine perfection. In every moment, your body is functioning as it should. There are things that are pulling it out of that balance. Maybe it is something, maybe, yes, I be like seed oils, and there's things that we eat that are not helping support the body in that divine alignment. And so, but it's more about starting to take the information that we're getting, and not just believing it, but really tuning in to our own inner wisdom, tuning into our heart, and starting to receive, like run it through a different filter, run things through a different filter. Your and also, connecting with your body, asking your body, how you can support it in each day, and then beginning to listen and tap in, and maybe ask for signs around it. How can I support you, and ask for some signs, and then be open to receiving that information. Also, what comes through here is, though, nature time, and I've been doing more of that lately. There were a couple days, so like I said, I had a little bit of a shakeup beginning of this month, and just also some just really busy things had come up, just a lot going on. And so I went for a bike ride the other day. I went outside and just sat and breathed instead of sitting inside and having these feelings stir within me. And yes, it's good to, sit with them and allow yourself to feel them, but it wasn't quite moving through until I went outside. And so there's something to be said about that nature and, okay, bunnying up, the sun. Yes, getting out, getting the sun on our skin. And also here with the sun, so usually do 6 cards. This is 5, so we'll have probably one more. Um, but who knows? Because I was getting the sense something would be different, but we'll see. The sun, the light. So we are a light body, right? We have our physical body and we have light in every cell of our body. And I personally believe that we're shifting away from being a more carbon-based physical being into more of our light body, into more of our light being. And so inviting also that energy. I actually did it in a meditation that I did for myself just today, where I was called to connect with the different elements, and working with the different elements in your imagination, in your meditations. Call in water. I was picturing standing under a waterfall and allowing things to be washed away. I called in fire to burn away and transmute any energies that were in my field that weren't serving me, and then the air to clear it and blow it out, and then the support of the earth, being connected with the stones and crystals in that strong foundation of the earth. And then the sun came in and was soaking it in to every cell of my body, down to the DNA level, and activating that quantum DNA that holds the blueprint of our light body in. And I believe that that is one of the things that we are activating, is more of our light body coming online and transforming and really uplifting us. All right, and let's do one more for today. Okay, patterns. This is Ellen, patterns. All right, so let's see what wants to come through here. So what I'm getting here is that this is a good month to work with some of your patterns. So the astrology of this month seems to be a little more chill. And again, we have the Mercury retrograde, and then I believe there's some crazy alignments. Well, a crazy alignment of several planets that's going to happen in around the 19th of July. So it's gonna, like, things are gonna get crazy. So it's like I'm sensing that this is a good month to, um, even though you've done the transformation, right? Yes. And so as you are working with this aspect of patterns, is to also remember how far you've come. And so allowing yourself to notice the patterns that still are in your life, that still run things that aren't serving your highest and best good, that aren't serving your next evolution, and approaching it with that reverence, that um, appreciation for how far you've come. And I get the sense that well then, it's like that lets this be easier. It's like, oh, yeah, like look all the things I've done and been through and seen. Oh my God, this pattern here, yeah, I can do this. No problem. And I'm gonna let it be easy. I'm not gonna make it a big thing. And also what's coming through is, it's like there's nothing to fix. So it's not like these patterns that you still have that maybe aren't serving your highest and best good. Change the view of it from something to fix as just something like, oh, okay, I have this pattern. It has served me, right? I took it on as a pattern for to serve me in some way. So I'm not broken. It's not something I need to fix. It's just a pattern that no longer serves me, that I no longer need in my life, that the next version of me is not going to serve them, right? And so working with the patterns this month from that more loving place and being like, okay, yeah, I see you pattern and we're gonna just let you go now. And again, it's some of these other things will help that process as well. So come to the stillness and reconnect with the elements. Inviting in imagination also is coming through here. So that's a beautiful gift that we have, and it gets made to be something that's silly and frivolous, but really like that is such a magical piece to evolving into that next level of ourselves, into shifting the patterns and doing the transformational work. It's imagination that that is a powerful tool. So even if you are working with things and you invite an imagination and it feels silly at first, uh, allow that to be one of the things maybe that you look at from that different perspective and approach in a different way. And maybe if it feels a little silly to imagine things like, hey, maybe make it even sillier. So also bringing in some playfulness into the process of shifting those old patterns. It's time to let the transformational work be a little easier because I feel like, again, if you're watching this, you like me have done the hard work. It's time to let things be more playful and easier. So thank you for joining. And I'm going to probably be posting this, so you might be seeing it on Substack or on YouTube. But thanks for wherever you are. If you can give it a like, please subscribe. Please share to anybody that you might feel called to share this to. I'm also going to start offering free Oracle card readings, 30-minute readings to anybody who supports me in any way, whether that's a donation, maybe a paid subscriber. I'm also on Buy Me a Coffee, so I will post that as well. But if you feel called and would like to do an oracle reading, and with the readings, I sometimes also bring through the light language and some Reiki work. So not only reading the energy of what comes through, but we also do a little work to shift the energies and move some of those energies through. So thanks so much for joining me. Wishing you much love and a beautiful June.